matchup in store. It's the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. Jake Bates now, ready to get this one started. And here we go from L.A. Blake Corum now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
All this guy did was lead the Rams to the playoffs for the third time in 4 years, Kate, a season ago. Getting them their first postseason win, in fact, since Super Bowl 56. This guy, he already sits top 10 in career completions, yards, and touchdowns. He's been the model of consistency.
Into traffic, complete! And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Action now for Stafford. Completed left side to Smith. And he pushes this down to the 42 before 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First down from the 42. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Finds him on the crossing route. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. The first carry now for Kyren Williams. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. And the receiver's going to take this one on the behind the line. He lost that football. And the Lions have recovered it. And they're going to take possession of the football. They're going to do it deep on their own side of the field. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but their first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
And such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. We'll air it out on third. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after.
Extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Jacob Sailors now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
After running the 25-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Goff off the play action. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
A gain of 14.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First down.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Gone. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Lions have a first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to go. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Gibbs now from the gun. He dodged the tackle.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions start off well to tie things 7-7. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Corum now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Stafford now off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Well, nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. They'll give it to Williams on the option. This is ahead for about 5. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up. But that could sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
Takes it into the 21. He's brought down before the return gets far. So the Lions headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
New set of downs for him from the 31. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. They're still going at the 30. Down to the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take the lead on the first play of the drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
Feed the beast. 2nd time now we've called a touchdown for him. And now he's over 100 yards. No need to go anywhere else with the football, but put it in that guy's hands.
Bates now for the point after.
Extra point.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Rams 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Corum now on the return. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stafford. Quick slant, taken in by Nakua. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. Straight ahead with Williams. No up the middle, none outside either, Brock. So give him just 2 yards on that carry. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, but they could be the big gains of next week.
Set up the screen. Here's McClure. And this one doesn't go far.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Third and 4 coming up now.
Come on, boys. Let's time the run.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Adams put in motion right. Williams now on 1st and 10. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They take the handoff now, Stafford. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Intended for
no look on his first
Whittington.
look of the game. And that makes it 3rd down.
Brings up
That drop
down
ruins the
and
payoff
7.
to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Catch made right side by Nakua. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
A gain of 6 yards.
Here we go. Here's one of those game
It's 4th
situations
down.
that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
4th down. Here's Stafford. Got a man. That's Nakua. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Nice to see that connection,
That's
that
another
chemistry
Rams
working between the two of
first
them.
down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions get the football on the first turnover of the contest. All right, defense did its job. Forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll go right side with Gibbs. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
They send the tight end in motion. 3rd down run by Gibbs. They go to him again, Brock, and they deny him the line again. That's another loss. This one sets up 4th down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's Williams to start the drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Back to throw, here's Stafford. Screen here for Williams. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core. Football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this third down. They send him left out of the slot. Stafford now on third down. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Play action now for Stafford. Throwing the out route complete. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the Combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. We've reached the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Man in motion out of the slot. On second down, a run with Williams. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
On third down, here's Williams. A good stop by the defense to limit this damage. They gave up 8, but they still force this fourth down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this. Stafford gonna go on forward. He finds Adams, complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
A 7-yard gain.
That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on fourth down.
First and 10.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Now it's Williams. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, we saw those guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Stafford from the gun. Making touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable in an incomplete.
Harrison Mevis.
So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Mevis able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Lions send Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another one for Gibbs. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Throw left side, complete. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
We've set it downs from 37. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Throwing is gone. By man, he's in the clear. And he stopped just shy of that 1st down at the 28. 3rd down upcoming.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They'll send him over right. Goff looking to throw. It's 3rd and 1. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Another one caught by St. Brown. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Has some room to work. Has it down close. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Detroit.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing again. Here's Goff. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it looks like that'll be Rams football.
That is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You put in so much work to get down near the goal line. And then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
Out come the Rams on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 16
That's
yards.
16 on the pickup. And the Rams have the first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on foot. And they're full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds Adams downfield. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. This is Williams. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Throwing now, Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
It's a gain of 3.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Got a man, that's Nakua. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
26-yard line.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. He gets 6 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Another run for Williams. And he got what he could there, rolling to the 14. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Nacua, the receiver, in motion right. Stafford now off the play fake. And he's going to have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Okay, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams push their lead to 3.
Rams 17. Lions 14.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Kicks away from one. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Lions offense returning to the field. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Okay, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. From the gun, Goff. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 19 on that pickup. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Gibbs now from the gun. He sure was fighting, Brock, but in the end, just too many defenders, and they take him down behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Off to the air now. Go left side, and St. Brown has it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Goff on third. That one complete to St. Brown. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
First down, Lions.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Escapes a defender. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Lions have a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get some late points and the lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you can throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions take a 4-point lead.
21, Rams 17.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. He dodged the tackle. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Taken in by Smith. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45.
That's good.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. He's got a man left, and he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Stafford. This keeps connecting to Nakua. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
4 yards.
Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout.
First down.
And that's all they've got for what
First
little
down
remains of
and
this
goal to
half.
go.
It's gonna be a good day, boys.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Stafford's going to throw once more. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down.
By Jack Campbell.
And it's step one
It's
towards a
loss
goal
of
line
5.
stand. Still
Brings
going to
up
need a couple
second
more, though.
and
Second and goal coming up.
At the 15-yard line.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Sailors now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. They go play action with Goff. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line.
Of 17
The
yards.
big play nets him 17 yards.
First down.
And that is good for Detroit first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Putting the tight end in motion. Goff. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. So with a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. So fresh set of downs after the penalty. There's Goff on first and 10. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This is Gibbs on second down. And they'll fly ahead for a few. It's third down.
Darion Kendrick on the stop. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Out of the the shotgun. Gone. Brought in right side. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this fourth down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
So the pass on that long 52-yard field goal attempt, they're going for it. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete. So that's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. Yep, already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline that penalty. All set to go now from the 35. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Stafford from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Short pass brought in. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
2-yard gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
The Rams are set to punt. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Man in motion here. Throwing is gone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It's tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
The Lions ready for the punt. Jack Fox will kick it away. And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyren Williams again. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Stafford now off the play fake. Nakua here. He's got it. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
18. That's good for our Rams. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Straight ahead with Williams. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain.
35-yard line.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with Williams. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him.
Ridiculous. Take him out.
Guys, you can do better.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Going left side, Williams with it. That's a nice lane there. That's good for 6 yards.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Up the gut they go with Williams. He's going to be driven backwards. Looks like he's at the 8.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Here's Stafford. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
For the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Nevis able to knock it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Return starts at the 9. Good work so far. He's got room. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. The Lions get ready to return to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Yet another grab for St. Brown. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 5 on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action here with Goff. Dump off, caught by his back. Breaks through and breaks away. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
1st down throw from Goff. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
He's going to keep it this time. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 14.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goff finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Now Gibbs. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Rush coming for Goff. He'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's brought down at the line. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Goff tosses it quickly out wide. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Two yards standing between this unit and 6. Here's 3rd and goal. Goff back to throw. Screen here for Gibbs. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow the lead to 7. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Bates now for the point after.
Extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions grow their lead to 8.
28. Rams 20.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Corum now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 5.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. On the handoff, this is Williams. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's good for a Rams 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he has this down to the 34. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Corum straight ahead. And that's good for a gain of 5. DJ Reed brings him down that time.
DJ Reed on the tackle.
Sure, a whole lot of noise to sort through up the middle, but by the time he figured everything out, he was able to hit them for a decent gain.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. They'll motion the slot man right. 2nd down run by Corum. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
No gain on the play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Down to the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Sean McVay had this call ready in advance, no doubt, Brock. They're going for 2.
The Rams.
Stafford's going to throw for it. And the tip-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Down 2, they went for the tie right there, partner, but a game defense able to stop them and hang on to this narrow lead.
I don't hate that call, Kate. In fact, this is one of those gray areas. If it's the fourth quarter, that's absolutely the right decision. Third quarter, as I said, kind of a gray area where maybe you're chasing points. Either way, you're behind, and your defense now has to rise to the occasion.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Shotgun snap here to go. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
1st and 10 from the 43. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now gone. To the right, he's got to Sloan. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver.
Some careful consideration, and Sean McVay will indeed challenge the call.
previous play is under review.
Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
I'd say Sean McVay quite pleased with the outcome there as his challenge pays off. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. A give, left side for Gibbs. Not a whole lot to speak of here, partner. 2-yard gain at most at second down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And bring the tight end left. They go play action with Goff. Throwing the out route complete. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. A gain of 15 there.
In Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route. And exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Slot receivers headed left. Goff to the air now. Caught at the 10-yard line. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he rolls through the defense for a touchdown. The Lions push this to an 8-point game. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Okay, it was just a couple years ago where we saw those running backs get to the market and not get their money. Well, a performance like this is how you get paid. You show you can do it in a multitude of ways. Catch one for a touchdown through the air and pound 3 of them on the ground for 6.
Point after try upcoming. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions push the lead to 2 scores now.
Rams 26.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyren Williams again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. He's held it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up 2nd down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Stafford from the gun. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Come on, boys. Let's count them up.
Throwing is Stafford on third. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long.
It's now 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Looking to return from the 29. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the lines. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He gets it complete. Dominic Lovett. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, they say you never go broke taking a profit. Just find that completion. And it may not be a Benjamin, but even those little dollar bills start to add up.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Goff has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Lions.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
47-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Goff setting to throw. Dumped off to his running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Throw here, 3rd down. Complete out to the right. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Rams set to go on offense once more. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. A run with Williams. inches, looks like the 28. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Another run for Williams. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead with Williams. This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, spots at the 37. It's going to be 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Run with Corum. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
That's good for a Rams 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call.
1st and 10
I really
line.
like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Just keeps connecting to Nakua. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. He's got his man again. It's Adams. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. Hits him on the out route. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Sometimes you're looking to
line.
push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
I'll say this, Kate. This quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
Lions going to the dime look here on 3rd down. 6 DBs out there. 3rd and long for him here. Nakua's got it again. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
You can earn your money money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 29-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls them back within one score here in the fourth.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Sailors now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL. But it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. To Slaw, the man in motion. Drive begins with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
From the gun, Goff. And he puts some air under this one, right side. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Back to throw it. He's loaded another one up. He's got it deep downfield. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Some careful consideration, and Sean McVay will indeed challenge the call.
Previous play is under review.
Now we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge ends up successful. He, in fact, did not get both feet in. This is incomplete. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line.
The Rams take
The
over
Rams
first
and Matthew
10.
Stafford set to go
At
back
their
on
own
offense.
32-yard line.
And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First and 10 from the 32. I'll start on the ground, Coro. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Dumps it off to his running back. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Complete to number 22, Blake Coro. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams trail by 6. Lions in the nickel. This is 3rd down. He's back to throw. He has the first over the middle. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38.
It's a gain
They
of
managed 22 on the rip
yards.
and a first down.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Design quarterback run here. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker.
A 6-yard pickup.
And that's a pretty
Brings up
modest
2nd
pickup
and
for a
4
QB keeper.
at the
On a traditional
32-yard
handoff, you'll
line.
take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Back to throw. And finds Adams downfield. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
And a
I'll be
Rams
honest with you, Kate.
first
As you
down.
grow and develop as a quarterback, your
First
arm gets
and 10
stronger.
at the
These
15-yard
comebacks can be
line.
one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Setting up to pass. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. Now they've got to regroup for 2nd down.
Incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate?
Kirby Joseph.
OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Here he is to throw. Complete out to the right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Looking to throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Brian Branch.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they connect on the touchdown to claw back in these final moments. And an extra point will win this game. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners
Harrison
and finding that
Mevis
football
on
when it
for the
arrives.
extra point.
And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
36, Lions 35.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push deep downfield. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send him back to the line for 2nd.
Incomplete. Defended by Kobe Durant.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Rams are winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.